guys, welcome to Peter Parker Movie Reviews, and today we're going to talk about Hell or High Water. So let's talk about the good. One of the best things of this movie is got to be the characters. The characters are incredibly developed, they're incredibly realistic, and they feel real. They feel like they're really real characters in real life, and it's really well done. I would have to say that the reason why this movie may be a tiny bit slower than the usual pace is because it takes its time to develop its characters. Jeff Bridges plays a usual cool guy, laid back. I wouldn't say the dude, but more like a True Grit type of character where he's kind of sassy and is a little grumpy and kind of like an old grumpy Jeff Bridges. And it's nice to see this guy perform. It's always a pleasure to see Jeff Bridges do his thing. Some really great acting. I would say Ben Foster is one of the best actors in this film. He really gets involved in his character, and he really does a fantastic job in this film. I probably said this too many times, but the movie is so realistic. It just feels like when the heist goes down, it feels real. It feels like they're really out there robbing banks, and the clumsiness and the way that they do their little mistakes and the way they kind of forget this and they forget that just feels so real. The movie also has this feeling where it's like very Texas, and it's like very proud. You can tell that the writer of this script is from Texas because he captures the perfection of and the real traits of a Texan person, and it really grabs all those little things that Texas people do and makes it even more realistic. I have to say this script is one of my favorite things of this movie. It's just so well written, and the characters just really put a great performance, and it's just one of my favorite films of 2016. I really like the writer, and I'm sorry I forgot his name, but he's fantastic. And actually when I went to see this film, I ended the film saying, wow, that was really like Sicario. That really reminded me of Sicario. And it's funny because the guy that wrote Sicario is the same person who wrote this film. And you can really see the same character traits in the way that it builds the pressure, and the tension just keeps going up and up and up and up until it just, boom, the tension in the movie, it just keeps escalating. Jeff Bridges and his partner, they kind of have this thing where they pick each other and they insult each other and they tease each other. And it kind of reminded me of the Breaking Bad Hank with his partner, where they kept throwing like racist slurs towards each other, and they would always make racist jokes. Especially Hank would always do some sort of racist Mexican joke. It's very similar in this film, and I kind of like that, even though it's a little cringy to watch sometimes because it's like really racist. It's really unique and it feels real, and it feels like something you would see in the real life with Texan cops or Texas Rangers insulting each other constantly. I usually have a little segment where we analyze the bad, and this movie really didn't have anything that was bad. There's small little things that could have been improved, like the pacing, but the pacing I think was a good choice the way it was, because it has time to develop the characters, and it has time to kind of build the relationships and to establish what's really going on in the lives of these characters. Even the small talk is very important to develop characters. The only thing that might be bad is really the character arc. Usually in a movie, when you have a character arc, it goes from what's went bad to the lesson to I learned my lesson. There's no character arc that finishes all the way. It's like a character arc that just stops right in the middle, and it just leaves you hanging there, which is not a bad thing, but it could also be a flaw as well. I see it as an interesting way of developing a script and telling a story. But for some people want closure and they want to see things end in a full circle. So maybe that would be the only bad thing of this film, but I don't really consider it a bad thing. I love this film. I'm gonna give this film 5 stars. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you guys like this review, please leave a like. It helps me out. And let me know what you think in the comments. I really love hearing your feedback, and I'll see you on the next one.